Hi there, Al Iverson here. It's time for another one of your email authentication and deliverability questions answered. Today's topic, new Gmail authentication warnings. Now, Gmail just put into place some warnings specific to email authentication, specific to alignment in some cases. So I thought it would be good to recap what alignment was in case you don't remember me covering it in a previous video. And of course, DMARC success requires successful alignment. Alignment, of course, means that the return path or SPF domain or the DKIM domain hidden header, the DKIM signature header, one or both of those match the visible from domain. That's alignment. So if you have a successful DMARC pass for an email message, that means that either SPF aligned or DKIM aligned or they both aligned. There's an example of that right there where all three headers are showing example.com. Perfect alignment. Doesn't have to be all, doesn't have to be both. It can be one or the other. And a lot of email service providers or email newsletter tools are only going to provide you your own ability to sign DKIM with your domain. So they'll allow you to make DKIM align. But oftentimes, because of how they process bounces, they might not let you set up SPF alignment in the way that you might want to in a perfect world. That's okay. There's also the concept of strict alignment versus relaxed alignment. Relaxed allows for a domain to match a subdomain, and strict does not. Strict means that the host name or domain name has to match exactly. And of course, phishers and spoofers, since they can't authenticate mail as you, they cannot put your domain name successfully in an authentication header. They can't put it in there and have it pass SPF, or they cannot sign your domain with DKIM successfully. Now let's look at what Gmail's doing. To get to this information for a given Gmail message, go to Gmail, bring up the message, click on the three dots menu, select Show Original, and then what happens next is you get this original message pop up. There's headers and the original message body below that, but we're going to focus on the stuff up here at the top. And it's got some information extracted from the email headers. We're going to focus specifically on the email authentication bits. Now, this is a little bit confusing. In fact, both of these error messages seem like maybe they're backwards or they don't quite make sense to me. Maybe this is because this is all quite new. This might be a little bit of a shakedown cruise, and Gmail's testing this, and we'll see if Google changes or improves or adds to these error messages in the future. But here's what I ran into today, right? You can get a warning about alignment. Say if it can't find SPF results that align with the from address, it's going to give you a warning about that. I think it would do the same thing if it had a DKIM header, but it wasn't one that matched the domain name in the message. And then also, here's an example of where it warns you if the message is not authenticated. So in this case, it says the message is unauthenticated. Be careful with this message as the sender may be spoofing the from header identity. Again, it's a little confusing to me because there is an SPF result and it does pass. And it would either have to say that it passed alignment or it didn't pass alignment, because there clearly is SPF authentication. But the lack of alignment, the lack of an authentication indicator that aligns with the visible from address is what's telling it to give us this warning. So these two warnings are the only examples of these I've seen out in the wild so far. I don't know if there's other ones. If you know, leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. But I think it's interesting to look at these and see what's going on, what Gmail's trying to do. They're trying to expose more information about email authentication and alignment in email authentication so that people can troubleshoot messages more easily and understand what's happening to their email messages. So I think that's a good thing. And I can't wait to see if Google does more with this in the near future. That's everything for today. I hope you found this interesting. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions that you think might look good in a follow-up video, drop me an email, al.iverson@valamail.com. And don't forget to visit our website at valamail.com when you're ready to embark upon your DMARC journey.